Time for another Mark's Comic Haul, y'all. And hey, this time I'm actually not running late. I'm getting this video posted within 24 hours of New Comic Book Day, so that's kind of cool. Hope everybody's doing well. Nothing terribly exciting this week, just more new comics. And but you know, if you guys are new to this channel, as always, I am Mark Walters. This is called Mark's Comic Haul, y'all. If you enjoy this content, please do me a favor and like and subscribe. Gonna want to give a special shout out. I was giving shout outs on my last show and I left out one very important one, and that is Free Energy, who has been posting constantly comments on my videos. I appreciate that. Thank you so much for the support and for watching these videos, even if they are sometimes rather long. I'm going to try to keep this one short this week because there's just not a ton of stuff. In fact, I think I only got one like chase variant. I mean, I did get some variant covers, but there's only like one, I think, special variant in here. Picked up another one of these, DC Connects, previewing Batman the Imposter coming up. Always pick up those freebie preview books because you never know if there's going to be, you know, like a first appearance or something in one of those. So, all right, not a lot of DC stuff this week. I did pick up Batman number, what number is this? 111? Yeah, 111. This is the cover B Federici variant cover. I thought it was pretty cool. Just Batman sitting in his bat cave on his throne there. Pretty nice. Not the most exciting Batman cover, you know, but still, it looks cool. It's well done, so... and I pretty much pick up Batman almost religiously. Oh, I did pick up, this is the cover B by Delato, and this is one of they're doing a series of Suicide Squad covers, and if you guys stick around to the end of the video, I'm going to give you a short review of Suicide Squad. I got to see it. Or I guess I should say, The Suicide Squad. See? The Suicide Squad. Anyway, I got to see it early, and I'll tell you a little bit about what to expect from that. Anyway, picked up this cover, mainly because it's got Harley Quinn on it, and Polka Dot Man, who is a very cool character in the movie, so you guys are going to love Polka Dot Man. I didn't think I would, but he's great. Green Lantern number 5. This is just the cover C. Again, a Suicide Squad variant that they did with Polka Dot Man front and center. The Thinker and Javelin right here, played by Flula Borg. David Dastmalchian plays Polka Dot Man. And what's his name from Doctor Who? Oh, God. What's his name from Doctor Who? It'll come to me. Peter Capaldi. Peter Capaldi, that's it. Okay, so this, I think, was the one chase variant that I got this week. I just didn't see a lot of variant covers that really jumped out to me, but they've been putting out, Marvel's been putting out these Infinite Destinies annuals, and some of them are kind of cool. Some of them, like, I don't even think I picked up the Spider-Man one. I just didn't really care about it. But this was Guardians of the Galaxy, Annual 1, Infinite Destinies, and this is the 1 in 25 Klein variant, which features a, what is that, the new Hercules, like this alternate Hercules, and yeah, look at that, right there, kind of a variation on Rocket Raccoon, I guess. Anyway, the price they had on this was so cheap that with my discount, it was practically just a little bit over cover price, and so I figured, why not? It's a 1 in 25. You never know if there ends up being like some hot first appearances in the book. I haven't had a chance to read it yet, so I don't know, but still, that was like the one chase variant I picked up. This is going to be a hot cover this week. So Ian Huckley is doing a series of variant covers for a lot of the Marvel books, and they're basically single character portrait variant covers, and this was the one for Hellions number 14. Arguably the best I've seen of any of them so far. I just have a feeling this is going to be a sellout variant. So this was an open order variant, which meant that stores could order as many copies as they wanted of it. But as we've seen in the past, just because they can order as many as they want, they don't always order high. So I would suggest if you see this in your local comic shop, pick it up. This is Hellions number 14, Ian Huckley. I guess that would be a cover C, because I think there's a cover A, cover B. I picked up a couple of those. Immortal Hulk, number 49. This is the second to last issue from the Al Ewing, Joe Bennett run. So this is the Alex Ross cover A. So they're building up to issue 50, which is going to be the last issue of their run. And just FYI, I think issue 50 is going to be like a $7.99 book. Oof. Probably have several different variant covers. So prepare yourself. Prepare your wallet for that. Anyway, this is cover A by Alex Ross. This is cover B, the homage cover, which I really like because this is an homage to Amazing Spider-Man number 328, where Spider-Man is punching Hulk into space. And the main reason I really dig this cover is because that issue, Amazing Spider-Man 328, was the very first Todd McFarlane book I ever picked up off the shelf. I didn't get into comics until the summer of 1990. And I remember walking by and seeing that book on the shelf and just thinking, that cover is awesome. And I picked it up and I took it home and I read it and I loved it. And I fell in love with Todd McFarlane that day and went back and started picking up as many other Todd McFarlane books as I could. So I'm really happy with this homage cover. This is Immortal Hulk number 49. This is the N. Huckley variant with Totally Awesome Hulk. And yeah, just a cool variant. I don't know if I'm going to pick up all the variants he's doing. Like, he did one for Avengers that was kind of boring, so I just passed on it. But I need to go back and pick up Avengers, the one that came out this week. I missed it, and it features World War She-Hulk, and at the last page she turns into the Winter Hulk. So it's like a first appearance of Winter Hulk. I don't know if it's going to be anything long-term, but you never know. Spirit of Vengeance, Spirit Rider. This is the new Ghost Rider. They introduced this character in Doctor Strange, and I have that first issue, I think, that she appears in. But anyway, so this is a brand new Ghost Rider called Spirit Rider. Pretty cool cover. This is cover A. And then this is cover B. Pretty nice. You never know with stuff like this. It could end up being hot. The store I went to, Zeus, they had a ton of them, from what I could see. So I just picked up one of each because I didn't want to go crazy on it. Okay, so now this is interesting. This is Venom number 35, aka Venom 200. This is the second printing. Now, normally I would not buy a second printing of a book that was a $10 book. So why did I buy this? Well, the real reason I bought this is because this is a little bit of a spoiler if you haven't read this issue, but Dylan becomes the new Venom in this issue, and this is the first appearance of Dylan as Venom on a cover. So this is not Eddie Brock, this is Dylan, and this second printing would be his first appearance as Venom on a cover. So that's the only reason I picked this up, because it is a second printing, and it is a $10 book. And because it's a second printing, I can't imagine the value is going to go much higher than what the cover price is. But you never know. So anyway, if you see it, you might want to grab one of those. If you don't, I fully understand. This is X-Men. This is the last Marvel book I picked up this week. This is X-Men number 2. And this is the N. Huckley. Okay, so I guess they're calling these the AAPI Heritage variant. This is X-Men number 2. Another nice variant cover of his. This one and the Hellions cover I thought were really nice. Like I said, there was an Avengers cover. It didn't really wow me, so I passed on it. But yeah, honoring the Asian superheroes in Marvel. Okay, so this is Elvira meets Vincent Price, number 1. There were several different covers from Dynamite Entertainment. This is the John Royal cover, and I liked it, and I picked it up because it kind of has a J. Scott Campbell vibe to it, which, if you know John Royal's art, he's basically like J. Scott Campbell 2.0. And that's not a bad thing. I mean, listen, J. Scott Campbell can't draw everything, so... But yeah, I really dug Elvira. Why am I getting such a There's a major glare. Sorry about that. I can see that a little bit better there. Yeah, pretty nice cover. So I picked that up. The other covers didn't really do it for me, but I had to get the Cassandra Peterson as Elvira photo cover. I had a huge crush on Elvira when I was a kid, and I still do. I've had the pleasure of meeting her and working with her at several different conventions. She is awesome. She is really, really cool. And man, she still looks good. My God. All women should take cues from her because, I mean, she looks amazing for her age. Okay, so this is Geiger number 5. There were 4 different covers, or maybe 5 different covers to this book. I just grabbed cover A by Gary Frank. There's actually 2 Gary Frank covers, but this is cover A. And yeah, I'm kind of slowing down on this book. Like, I'm still picking it up. I'm enjoying it. I don't like the fact that they put out like 4 or 5 covers for each issue. Okay, so this is Scotty Young doing a new book with Jorge Corona and Jean-Francois Beaulieu. Okay, let me back this up and try again. Jean-Francois Beaulieu. And this is The Me You Love in the Dark. And I thought this looked like an interesting book. It's a new Image title. Scotty Young is writing it. There is a Scotty Young variant that came out for this book. I think I'm getting one, but I'm not getting it until tomorrow. I'm shooting this video Wednesday night, and I won't get it until Thursday afternoon, so I may have to make another video over the weekend and show that to you guys then. But there is a variant cover by Scotty Young for this book, and it's like a really kind of atmospheric, creepy cover. So, okay, this is another new independent title from Upshot, and it's called Not All Robots. And this is there are 2 different covers to this book. Both of them are homage covers to classic paintings. This one, it's written by Mark Russell, artwork by Mike Deodato Jr. This one, of course, is the famous Norman Rockwell painting where they're serving Thanksgiving dinner. So it's an homage to that. And looks interesting. I like Mark Russell. I like Mike Deodato Jr. I thought I would try it out. And then this is cover B. Okay, so this is cover A, the one I just showed you. I'm not sure who the artist is on that. I'll have to go look that up. But cover B is actually by Mike Deodato Jr. And obviously you know what this is an homage to. The classic painting of the husband and wife in front of the farm. I forget what they call that. Is it American Gothic? I think it's American Gothic is the name of the painting. So, center the book there. There you go. Not All Robots, number 1. New title. And then last but not least, 5 different later printings of a very, very hot book. So we've got Stray Dogs, number 1, the 5th printing. And this is obviously made to look like Bram Stoker's Dracula, the movie poster for Bram Stoker's Dracula. So I grabbed a couple of these because the past Stray Dogs later printing books that they did have been like instantly hot. This is Stray Dogs number 2, and I believe this is a 4th printing. I don't know. I think it's a 4th printing, but I could be wrong. See, now that first one actually said on the cover, it said 5th printing. So I think this is a 4th printing. It might actually be a 5th printing. I can't keep them straight. I've been picking up the later printings. Anyway, this is made to look like 28 Days Later, the movie poster for 28 Days Later. So I picked that up. This is Stray Dogs number 3, and again, I can't remember which printing this is. I want to say 4th printing, but I could be wrong. But this is supposed to look like the movie poster for The Craft, if you guys remember that film. Fairuza Balk, Neve Campbell, Rachel True. Who's the 4th girl in that? Oh, Robin Tunney. Damn, I'm good, man. I remembered the entire cast of that movie. And I've never seen that movie, to be honest with you. I tried to watch it and I didn't get through it. I need to revisit it. I know it's got a big cult following. Okay, Stray Dogs number 4. Yeah, now this one actually says on the cover, it says 4th printing. So now, this is a little more obscure. This is actually supposed to be an homage to the movie poster for the film Audition. If you guys don't know that, it's a foreign film, horror film that is really messed up. And I'll just say this. I like horror movies. I had a really hard time getting through Audition. So if you know the movie, then it's very unusual that they chose that poster to do an homage to. But if you look down here, you'll see it says 4th printing right there. So that's cool. And then last but not least, Stray Dogs number 5. This is a 2nd printing because this book just came out. What is this poster? I don't know if I know what this poster is supposed to be. I want to say like urban legend, but I could be wrong. What is this poster? It's got like broken glass in the background. Dog in the foreground. What is that supposed to be an homage to? I should know this. I want to say urban legend. That's a horror movie, but I almost feel like that's not a big enough movie for this to be an homage to. So I don't know. I'm going to have to do a little research on this and see what this is supposed to be a tribute to. I mean, the logo is just the basic Stray Dogs logo, and usually they style the logos to look like the logos of the movie posters. So I don't know. I don't know what this is. Carrie, maybe? Anyway, so there you go, guys. That's all I got this week. Not a huge week for me. Actually, kind of a light week for me, to be honest with you. But as expensive as comics are getting, I'm okay with that. So I may be getting a couple more variant covers tomorrow. There is a cover that I was hoping I could get, and I don't think I'm going to be able to get one, but I think it was a 1 in 10 Stray Dogs, like number 5, and it looks like the poster looks like the Crow movie poster, and I really, really wanted it, but Zeus, the store I went to here, I think they got a few, but they sold out like long before I even asked about it. So I'm going to check with Titan Comics tomorrow and see if they've got one for me, and if not, I guess I will have missed out on it, but that's about it. So I may have a couple more books to show you later in the week if I do another haul video. And anyway, I hope you guys are doing okay. I hope you're staying safe. Be careful out there with all the COVID stuff still going on, Delta variant. I'm kind of freaking out because I got a convention coming up. Dallas Comic Show is coming back August 21st, 22nd. And I'm just hoping to God we can pull it off because things are a little crazy right now. So anyway, if you want to find out more information about that, go to DallasComicShow.com. Say a little prayer for me. Hope that I can get through it. You can also find out more about me at BigFanboy.com. That's my movie news and review website. And also my new movie review show, Big Film Show. Go to BigFilmShow.com for more information about that. So I told you guys I was going to tell you a little bit about Suicide Squad, or The Suicide Squad, which actually hits theaters and HBO Max this weekend. So consider this like a micro review. I'm going to keep it really short. I'm not going to say any major spoilers, so don't worry about that. But let's just say it's written and directed by James Gunn, who did Guardians of the Galaxy movies. He does a phenomenal job on this. It is very, very different from the first Suicide Squad movie. Very different in tone, in style, in just about every possible quality. The only returning characters, I think, from the first movie are Rick Flag, played by Joel Kinnaman, Jai Courtney as Captain Boomerang, and Harley Quinn, played by Margot Robbie. Oh, and then, of course, Viola Davis as Amanda Waller. They're back, but outside of that, it's pretty much an all-new cast. Like, you have a whole bunch of new faces in this one. Idris Elba plays Bloodsport. Sylvester Stallone is the voice of King Shark. He is awesome. He is instantly going to become a fan-favorite character. David Dastmalchian as Polka Dot Man. Awesome. Another really great character. it's very interesting. James Gunn chose that character to put in this film, and he made it a really interesting character. I was really impressed with what he did. Ratcatcher is in the film, or actually, I should say Ratcatcher 2 is in the film, and that's also another cool character in the movie. I really appreciated the fact that James Gunn figured out a way to make this feel like a true team movie, and found a way to kind of focus the spotlight on each one of these characters in their own way, and give them kind of their own, proper amount of screen time. So it never feels like any of the characters get cheated. You really get a sense of who all the different, new characters are. John Cena plays Peacemaker, another, kind of classic DC character that we've seen a little bit of in the comics, not a lot. That was actually a Charlton character before it became a DC character, for those of you that keep up with trivia. But, and Cena's really good as Peacemaker, and I don't know if you guys have heard this or not, but Peacemaker is getting his own series on HBO Max, which James Gunn actually directed, and it's done. Like, they've already finished it, so I think that's going to be coming out pretty soon, probably shortly after Suicide Squad hits. But yeah, they do some really cool stuff in this movie. I'm trying to be really careful because I don't want to give away any major spoilers, because the big bad in this movie is something very interesting from the comics, but not necessarily the Suicide Squad comics. Like, you know this thing from another very famous DC comic. And I'll just say this, as a fan of what this is, like the threat in the movie, I was really satisfied with what they did with it, because it's something that we've seen done in the comic books, and it was a very successful, beloved storyline, and the way that James Gunn was able to incorporate it in this movie, I thought he did a really, really good job. So yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's incredibly violent. I mean, like, just ridiculously violent. People getting their faces blown off, like people getting their heads sliced apart. I mean, it's really, really violent, but in a very comical way. Like, I think Gunn realized, if I'm gonna go hardcore violent on this, I have to make it at least somewhat funny, because, otherwise it would just seem exploitive, I guess. And it is, but, in a lot of ways it feels like you're watching a 1970s action movie, like The Dirty Dozen or something like that, which is what Gunn was going for. It really has a 1970s feel to it, and I appreciated that. I thought that was really, really cool. So, there is a scene at the end of the credits. Stick around for that. The only other thing I guess I could say about it is, if I had to complain, if I had to come up with any kind of gripe about the movie, it is a little bit long. It's like 2 hours and 12 minutes long, and it probably didn't need to be. Like, they probably could have cut that 12 minutes out of the film and just, kept it right at 2 hours. And there's some stuff that they do with the character of Amanda Waller kind of late in the film that I kind of felt like, nah, that doesn't really gel with what we know about Amanda Waller. But, again, minor gripes. Like, I love this film. I can't wait to see it again. It was a lot of fun. I hope you guys check it out. I hope you agree with me. I think my biggest regret, as I was telling my buddy Devin Pike, who I co-host the Big Film Show with, it sucks that Marvel has hired back James Gunn now to do the next Guardians of the Galaxy, because he did such a good job with this, kind of retconning this DC movie universe film. I wish that DC Warner Brothers would have said, okay, can you go fix these other movies that we have all these problems with? Because he probably could have. It was that good. So check out the Suicide Squad this weekend. It's in theaters and on HBO Max. If you do decide to go see it in a theater, wear your mask. Please be safe. This Delta variant thing's no joke. I mean, I've got a relative that works in a hospital, and I'm hearing a lot of horror stories. So just be careful, guys. If you get out, if you're going to your comic shop, whatever you're doing, don't get cocky, because we are not out of the woods on this thing yet. Like I said, I'm freaking out. I got a convention coming up in like 2.5 weeks, and I'm just hoping to God I can get through it. So we'll see. Anyway, some quick shout outs. I'll say Sean Hogan, hey, what's up? Ian Hunter, what's up? Spidey Fan, what's up? Comic Crypt to Castle Hills. Hey, make some new videos, man. I need some new Comic Crypt to Castle Hills videos. Let's see. Thomas Churchill is always great. Mr. Rigor Mortis 86. Tito with Kingdom Comics. oh God, who am I leaving out? God, I feel like I'm leaving somebody out. I probably am. Anyway, there's, oh, Fred Hall, Direct Edition. He's been making some great videos lately. There's lots of great guys on YouTube. Check them out. And if you guys are enjoying this content, again, if you would do me a favor, please like and subscribe. I would very much appreciate it. You know, I'm doing my best to try to grow my subscriber count and hopefully one of these days get up to 1,000 so I can, you know, start getting ads on my videos and monetizing them and whatnot and supporting my god-awful comic habit. It's just so expensive to collect comic books nowadays. Oh, there was another comic I didn't get to show you guys that was supposed to be in this week's haul. It's a book called Porcelain, and they did a variant cover that looks like that Batman Harley Quinn, that Alex Ross cover where Joker is dancing with Harley. So the shop actually ran out. They're supposed to get more next week, so hopefully I'll have that on next week's haul. But anyway, look for that book. If it's called Porcelain, if you can find it. All right, guys, that's it. This is Mark's Comic Haul. I'm Mark Walters. I'll see you guys on next week's show. Take care.